Now you already know what the deal is, and if you don't, we are continuing on with the series started from last video, different Kirito builds in his various stages of Sword Art Online life. Now, as you can see clearly on the screen, we've moved on to GGO, Gun Gale Online. In this video, I'm going to be showing you what I think his best build would be during GGO. Let's go. Yo, what's going on, guys? It's me, Ventus, and like I said before the intro, we're continuing on in this series. I'm going to be going down all of the different stages of Kirito's life and putting builds together in Fatal Bullet. Like, if those, parts of his life could just be integrated into Fatal Bullet, I'm gonna do it. I can't wait to do the Integrity Knight build. That one is coming probably next if I don't do one for Ordinal Scale. I actually might do one next instead of Kirito. I might do it for AG and do some different things with him, but I definitely want to do a Integrity Knight. And if you have any suggestions for an Integrity Knight build, let me know that down in the comment section below. Now, thank you guys for your feedback in the comments of that last video. I really enjoy reading your comments every single time. Okay, now, boom, check it out. GGO, Gun Gale Online. This is where Kirito was moonlighting as a male-female sort of character or whatever like that. It was really, really weird. It was like a male avatar that looked like a female. I don't know what the writers or the creators were going through. They had clearly had some sort of phase they were going through. I hope they never do that again with Kirito. Honestly, I really just can't wait for Horus Alicization. I can't wait for that game, bro. I'm so hyped up for that game. I keep playing this and watching the videos to Alicization. I can't wait to watch it. But anyways, so this build is kind of, I don't know. There could have been other things that I could have put in. I know there are other attacks that he used in GGO like Star Splash, but I kind of felt like they weren't good enough for this build, right? The idea that I had for this build was something that you use your sword for, and you're fighting a lot of humanoid enemies, a lot of enemies that are shooting you, because obviously if he's using a photon sword or lightsaber, if you will, it's, you want to see him deflect some bullets. That's the thing about it. So I felt like bullet deflection on a boss is wasted, right? So then I was like, well, if I put on Star Splash, I mean, yeah, it could have some applications in the open world when you're fighting, a bunch of ads together, or when you're fighting a bunch of humanoid enemies or whatever like that. But I really didn't like it, man. I really didn't like it. So that's why I went with what I went with. Now, let me tell you what, and this is the part of the video where I'm going to ask you your opinion, because doing the wow, I can't even think of it right now. The mission before Special Invitation, the last hardcore co-op before all the Special Invitations, you know what I'm talking about. This one right here, you're watching on the screen. This is ridiculously hard, bro. Crazy hard. I tried to do it solo. I did the level where the enemies are a level 75. I did that with no problem, obviously. And I did the one level 175 with absolutely no problem. And then the next one in line where they're 275. What the fuck? Pardon my language, but WTF is going on with this game and these things being level 275. They were ridiculously hard. Well, not in the beginning. The beginning was super duper easy, but when you got towards the end, these things, this is my first time doing it right here. I'm just gonna let you see the whole thing. And it's what the hell? He took no damage. And you know what's crazy about that? I'm gonna tell you what's crazy about that. Better than I can show you, better than I can tell you. Watch this. Alright, now this is the build that I'm running with doing this. Now, I know somebody said they don't like to max out their strength unless they're doing it for weapon purposes. Well, for this purpose, fighting the humanoids, I wanted my strength to be up there because I'm actually going to be hitting them with the sword. And this is the moveset that I'm going for. This is the strange part that I want to show you. It's going to be coming up in my weapon. I literally used two different weapons to do this, and what you saw, the ones that you've been seeing me do, is me using the second weapon. So these are all the skills and abilities that I was using. I like the dual orbital smacks, and I decided to put two dual orbitals on there to cover distance, and because it hits really, really hard, and it just seems like you're not taking that much damage while you're in dual orbital. Rather, when you're in horizontal square 4, people are still shooting you, like the ads are still shooting you, you're taking damage. But I like horizontal square because you can kill like multiple enemies at the same time, and I was doing that during those runs. So that's one plus of using horizontal square. If you have, oh, here's the part, look, remember that legendary Kagemitsu G9 type Z that I got? Well, I went ahead and maxed out against some of your, well, listen guys, I tried to do special invitation Y again with various groups. I couldn't get a decent sword. Like, I didn't even get another type Z. I did it like 4 times. And then, like, some of the groups that I did it with, they were just trash. Like, I'm sorry if you were playing with me and we failed a bunch on that, but I don't have the freeze skill. I'm trying to work on it, and even if I had the freeze skill, it kind of wouldn't have mattered with some of these groups that I've been running with. It wasn't working. But I wanted to show you that sword. Let me take another look at it. Alright, so I was able to max out all the relevant weapon chips, put critical rate up, I was able to put the critical damage up, the damage versus humanoids, weapon attack, damage versus mechs was on there just because I like to go fighting mechs sometimes. I didn't actually I think it is maxed out at 2091, which is really, really crazy. I was hoping the critical rate did go up. I mean, it was at like a 11 or a 12 or something like that. It did go up, but not by a whole lot. So it doesn't crit as often as I'd like it to, but look at that crit damage, 671. So when it crits, it's going to crit hard. Now, as I was using my actual crit blade that crits is more often than anything else, it feels like it does more damage than that sword. But when fighting these humanoids, because I literally have humanoid damage up, life form damage up, I mean, I did see some differences. Like, it did do more damage against the humanoids, but that final part of the mission was ridiculous. Here, I'm just showing you my ArFA-sys. Some people might want to know what my ArFA-sys is rocking out. I honestly have no idea what to do with my ArFA-sys. This is literally what I do with my ArFA-sys unit. I put the stats to something that I know I can buy skills with and just put a bunch of support skills on her. You know, if I want her to be more helpful with healing, I'll put more healing skills. If I want her to be more helpful with, you know, like supporting me and like making me stronger, I'll do that. But because I got on the trifecta, armor form, power form, and speed form, I really don't need her to do anything. So I kind of wanted to put like 2 AED shots on her, so that, well, put AED shots on both of her guns, so that if I ever do go down, she doesn't have to like switch weapons. Do it. Is that smart? And that seems smart, because I remember just sitting there watching me die and then having her sit there, wait, switch weapons, and then do it. I don't want her to have to switch weapons, and I just want her to do it. So I decided to put her on my like most powerful weapons that I have modified and stuff like that. And then I have yet to go and like max out like gear for her. I think I have some rabbit F ears that are perfect for her, but not for this. It's like, I think their avoid instant death and mech damage is all the way up, and that's going to be for that hard mode fight where I don't use a photon sword against that Cyclops spider ice thing. I still don't know the name of it. Somebody said down in the comments. Now, you know what's crazy about this mission too, man? So I was doing it solo, right? And then some people joined my lobby and they sat there and watched my lobby. You ever started a lobby where you were playing solo and then people joined you halfway through it and they sat through you like doing it and waited, and it's like, well, I had no plans to like do this again. You kind of wanted to log off, but then you're gonna feel like a dick if you just dip on them. I didn't want to dip on these people, so I was like, you know what, since you guys watched me fail this for like 10 minutes or whatever, I don't know how long I did on this, but I felt like it was 10 minutes just doing one run. I just waited for all my lives to go down. Actually, I think I waited till I got to like my third 3 lives left, and then I just dipped because they weren't taking any damage. And then the stupid what's her name, Fukuzairo, whatever her name is, bro, she has the goddamn black holes that she throws everywhere. Oh man, it was crazy. And what's even crazier is I did the bullet of bullets too, because bullet of bullets, you know, you're fighting against a computer and, you know, they're all just using guns or whatever. That's super difficult on level 300 too. Like, I tried it. Like, I didn't want to make a old jank ass video and be like, hey, look at this build. This build's awesome. And then I'd take it into like a level 190 quest and I'm level 300 and be like, oh yeah, this build's overpowered. No, I'm overpowered, bitch, not the build. But I tried to take this build there and I couldn't do it. So it literally just got to the point where I was like, I threw my hands up in the air after I played with this group. Like, I had 2 300s with me and one like 284, and we did this mission. And I'm just like, okay, this should be a cakewalk. It should be a breeze. Granted, I'm using a sword. I know a good surefire way to do this is probably use like 2 assault rifles or use a friggin' LMG or something like that and destroy them. But I want to be able to do this with a sword, and it just doesn't seem like it's possible to do with the sword. So I guess the question for this video is, have you done this with the sword? Here, I switched out my freaking the other move. I switched it for the freaking shield matrix 4 just to try to, you know, it still didn't work. I have no idea what I'm doing wrong or how I'm supposed to do this. If you have any idea how to do this damn mission with the sword, please let me know down in the comment section below. Thank you.